This is just a very, very, very quick video. A lot of people are asking me about sigils and how to use sigils, how to, work with sigils. Uh, so this is the seal, the sigil of Sitri. Sitri is a spirit from the Ars Goetia, and he governs the lust aspect of life. So I would print those off, okay, off the internet, but you can obviously freehand them, and I have freehanded them many, many times in the past. Donkeys years ago, when I first started out with regards to magic, there was no, I didn't have a printer. I was only young and I didn't have a printer. I'm quite old, let's face it. But I would freehand these sigils. I would use a CD, and I would go around the CD, and then I would draw in the lines and stuff to make it look, with a black marker. But because I have the ability now to print these off, I would then go over them in black pen, over the S, over the I, T or I, and then over the lines, etc. And on the back, I normally would write the petition. You don't have to do it that way. But what I do is I would sit very, very quietly, and I do this for clients. I would light a candle, I would sit very quietly with the sigil like that, and I would quiet my, I have the ability to go down into a very, very relaxed state, and at that point, that is when I feel the change. This seal would, some people say that it flashes, but to me it goes a little bit, three-dimensional to the eye, and that is when I also feel a shift in the room, if that makes sense. Sometimes I hear things. Paimon, King Paimon, for instance, King Paimon. When I've called on King Paimon many times in the past, and I find that King Paimon, when I'm very relaxed and in a really good state, I find that King Paimon is very loud, very, very loud, and sometimes uh, it's so hard to describe. It's so, so hard to describe, but I hear things that to me are like a riddle, but it's like roaring in my ear, and it makes no sense to what I'm doing. But sometimes I have a pen. Well, these days, obviously, I have a pen and paper, and I'll analyze it and what it truly means. And I find that really helps, if you know what I mean. And sometimes I see things that are unusual. Uh, so, and Dantalian, the energy I've said before in videos of Dantalian is very unusual as well. Dantalian comes across to me as very effeminate, if that's the correct word. And I think that Dantalian shifts between male and female, if that makes sense. But yeah, what I do is I'll sit and I'll just drop into a state, and I'll just sit there and focus, and I will say the N over and over again. The N is the phone number to the spirit. This is the phone number to the spirit as well. This is a direct link, and even though you may not experience, I've been doing this so long now that I'm sort of adjusted to hearing things and seeing, in the mind's eye. But if you've just started out and say, for instance, let's just say, for instance, you want to pull loads of women and you are going to call on Sitri for that purpose. Basically, just let me read out Sitri's. I'm sort of digressing a bit, but Sitri, okay. So let's just say, Sitri, you light a blue candle. The incense is cedar. Metal is tin. Planet is Jupiter. Element is the earth, and the N is lyric. Aloha viva Sitri. Original purpose: Sitri is a lost demon and causes men and women to get passionate and naked around one another. The author, which is S. Conley, Demonoltry Goetia, if anyone's interested. Invoke Sitri for seductive rituals. Become incubi or succubi. Invoke Sitri during sex magic to boost the energy raised. Citri can also be called up when you seek to infuse any creative project with passion. Oh, she actually said, I saw Citri as feminine and fire. Oh, she said that. That's really interesting. I didn't know that. I forgot that she said that. Lurk aloha vifa Citri. So sit with that. And I just chant over and over again. Lurk aloha vifa Citri. Even if you don't pronounce it if you pronounce it incorrectly, don't worry. They know. Believe me, they know. They know why you're calling them in advance. They know everything. You can't hold anything back from them. So let's just say that you have the seal and you're saying the N or whatever. You've a candle going and you make your petition. Maybe you've put it on the back of the seal or you've whatever. And just because you haven't heard anything or seen anything, some people say to me, I did what you said in your video. I basically, I'm not laughing. I basically printed the sigil off, went over it in pen, but Citri didn't come. Now, if that's your first time doing it, Citri will not come. Citri will not show himself. That is only for those that have their senses opened. The mind's eye, the chakra that governs that opened, and that can hear your spirits and stuff. So that won't happen. But if you make a promise to Citri, like for instance, that if you get me, like say 5 women to sleep with within the next week or something, that's just an example. I will give you, let's just say, I don't know, a bottle of wine or something, a glass of wine or something along those lines. Let's just say that you make a promise to Citri, fulfill that deal anyway. It's always good to give them something ahead of time anyway, but if you, just because you didn't hear them or see them, if you basically sleep with someone within that time frame, the spirit has done the job. Always honor that spirit. Always go through with it. Leave the offerings, because that's when things can get a bit, in my opinion, things can, to me, if you respect them, they'll respect you. So I think it's important that you give them their offerings when they do, when they come through for you. I start off with maybe a glass of water and some incense. And when they come through, or I will give them a wine, to catch their attention. I will give them wine or something. But when they come through, give them the bigger offering that you promised them. Because, it's disrespectful not to. And they have the power to, they have the power to undo everything again. And you don't want that. So it's basically just to let you know that take some time and quieten your mind. Sit with the seal. And when you think the time is right, make your petition. You can make it out loud. You can write it on the back of the seal. And you don't demand anything. You just say, this is what I would like. And explain everything. And just if it's a certain type of woman or man you want, list what you want for them to, whatever it is, just say, I want someone to be, blonde hair, dark hair, red hair, that sort of thing, because it helps, and, go into as much detail as you want. And like I said, you just need to do this once. You don't need to do this every single night. Just do it once and they'll hear you. So they will. There's no doubt that they'll hear you. The problem comes with the fact that you think they haven't heard you. So, I think they always hear you. And if you keep up your side of the deal, I think things will be fine. It's a respect thing, in all honesty. You respect them and come to them with a pure heart. They will help. But it's always advisable to do a bit of research first. look into, if it's Sidri or if it's King Paimon. King Paimon is good for teaching all arts and sciences, very good for helping you with learning and projects and things like that. The whole book is full of spirits that can help you in everyday life. So it's just a matter of sitting with the sail and just make your petition known. Just use your own judgment as to when you think the time is right to make your petition, state it out loud or whatever. Sometimes like I said, there'll be a shift in temperature. Maybe you'll feel the place getting a bit cold, maybe warm. I don't know. It's usually cold. That is the time when you state it out loud, or you may see your candles dancing around. That's another thing. Then you've got activity, spiritual activity. I think when the candles start to, dance and spit and stuff. So it's just a short video to let you know that, because a lot of people message me and ask me about this, and I can only explain how I do it. But and it's, like I said, spend a few moments really quieting your mind, relaxing yourself down into almost like a meditative state, and that will really help. And give them a glass of water, or even if it's a tea light, it's something. And just say that, give them something when they come through for you. Always remember them when they come through for you, because like I said, it's disrespectful not to. They like their names being made known, I think, as well, through videos and stuff, that sort of thing. So I hope that's of some help, and I really hope I've explained myself correctly. So sigilsmagic@gmail.com, and like, share, subscribe. And if you have any experiences yourself, please leave them in the comments section, and I can have a read through them. I'm always interested in other people's interactions with whatever spirits. So have a good night. I'll speak to you all very soon.